It's truly saddening when you keep clinging to a relationship where the other person doesn't value you at all. They're busy? Stop fooling yourself. The truth is, you're not on their priority list. Perhaps you don't even cross their mind for a single second. You sit there, hoping, waiting, but the harsh reality is, you're nothing more than a remember-when-free option in their life. How pitiful. And those criticisms they throw at you? Those aren't constructive comments. They're their way of belittling you to mask their own mediocrity. They don't have the courage to acknowledge that you outshine them in many ways, so they choose to drag you down instead. And you let them? How much longer will it take for you to realize that you're being treated like a failure? And those empty promises? They treat promises like a joke, blaming circumstances, others, or even you. How many times have you let them repeat this behavior? Wake up. What you need is not the pity they toss at you, but your own self-respect. Stop living like this. One, activate the feeling of being loved and make a lasting emotional impact. Kindness is not just an action, it's how you connect with someone's heart. A simple question like, "Are you okay today?" or holding the door for someone in a hurry doesn't just show politeness. It makes them feel seen and cared for. This is how you make them feel their worth. Think about it. You'll always remember someone who helped you when your car broke down in the middle of the road, rather than someone who just said, "Good luck." Kind acts, no matter how small, leave a deep emotional imprint, leaving a timeless mark. Someone who reaches out when you need it most will always be engraved in your memory. Empty words don't have that power. Think of the happiness you feel when someone lets you have their spot in the supermarket line or helps you pick up your bag that fell in the crowd. Kindness is the weapon that makes the difference. It not only makes people remember you, but also affirms that you are the one creating meaning in their lives. No need for many words, just actions. 2. Stop being lazy. Stop making excuses. It's time to wake up. Do you think you're okay? Look at yourself. You're living a stagnant life, repeating each day without making any progress. Where are your big dreams? Have they drowned in laziness and meaningless excuses? Marcus Aurelius once said, "Make an effort every day to become a better version of yourself." But look at what you're doing. Every minute you waste is another minute buried, losing the chance to become the person you could have been. Let's be blunt. The reason you're not moving forward isn't because of circumstances or others, it's because of you. You let procrastination control you. You choose comfort over improvement. While you're sitting there scrolling social media, someone else is learning a new skill and advancing far ahead of you. Stop lying to yourself. You're not special, and the world doesn't owe you anything. If you can't master yourself, if you can't force yourself to act, you'll always remain mediocre. Don't just live, fight to live with worth. Change today or accept forever being left behind by those who know how to raise themselves up. The choice is yours. 3. Take control of your story. Control is true power. You are the one who leads your own story. When you control the information you share, you not only control how others perceive you, but also shape how they interact with you. Remember, no one has the right to judge you based on what they don't know. Revealing too much too soon is like showing all your cards in a game. You lose the advantage. Look at the reality. In a job interview, if you expose all your weaknesses right away, you're excluding yourself from the game. On the other hand, if you skillfully reveal only the strengths that matter, you can guide the conversation in the most advantageous way. The same applies to personal relationships. Keeping some information back doesn't just help you build an image, it also reduces the chance of being hurt. You don't need to tell your entire past to someone you've just met, because someone who doesn't truly understand you is easily judgmental or may exploit you. The key is to reveal little by little as trust is built. Remember, silence is not weakness, it's control. Stand firm and let others prove they deserve your trust. 4. You're missing opportunities to connect. Mediocrity is a choice you make. Take a look. You want to be important, to be remembered by others, but what are you doing? Are you just sitting there, indifferent to the opportunities to build real connections? Have you ever made small gestures like a morning greeting, a sincere question, or meaningful sharing? Or have you let those gaps be filled with boredom and dullness? Habits are the invisible yet powerful threads that connect emotions between you and others. You don't realize that it's those small, repeated actions every day that create a strong presence in their minds. You want them to remember you, but what have you done to be remembered? Without perseverance, without care, don't dream. The harsh truth is, if you don't create positive energy every day, if you don't plant the seeds of connection, you'll be nothing. Wake up. Don't wait for others to bond with you. Make them feel that your presence is irreplaceable. And if you don't have the patience to do this, accept being forgotten. The choice is yours. Five. You're wasting your presence. Don't make yourself invisible. Face the truth. Are you truly present when you're with others? Or are you just a vague shadow, glued to your screen and missing out on precious opportunities to connect? Don't deceive yourself. You're losing your value in the eyes of others because of your lack of focus and indifference. In a world where everyone is distracted by meaningless things, not giving someone your full attention is like admitting your own mediocrity. Do you think they'll remember you? Wake up. A half-hearted nod, an unenthusiastic response, or a distracted glance at your phone only makes you dull and forgettable. Remember, everyone craves to be heard and understood. When you fail to do that, you're losing the opportunity to deeply embed your presence in their minds. If you want to stand out, if you want to be remembered, stop this indifference now. Focus fully. Listen with both your mind and your heart. Otherwise, don't be surprised when you're just a name forgotten in the flow of their life. Act now before it's too late. 6. Who are you in this life? A person of value or just an anonymous shadow? Admit it, you're not special. You live day by day without goals, accomplishments, or stories to tell. People don't remember you not because they're indifferent, but because you leave no lasting impression for them to care about. You just exist, and that's boring. The harsh truth is, if you don't live with purpose and don't take responsibility for your life, you're just a vague shadow passing through the lives of others. Ask yourself, why should they remember you? What have you done to become irreplaceable? Nothing. You're just living in mediocrity that you created yourself. Building a personal brand is not an option. It's a prerequisite for living with worth. Do something meaningful. Join a community project, learn a new skill, or achieve a significant goal. When you have stories to share, accomplishments to celebrate, you'll not only grab attention, but become someone everyone wants in their life. If not, be ready to accept being forgotten. The choice is yours. Either live to create value or remain a name that's overlooked. Decide now. 7. Insecurity won't make you special. Action is what defines value. Do you feel mediocre? Stop fooling yourself into thinking that insecurity will make you special or get people's attention. The harsh truth is, if you do nothing, you are nothing. Words, self-pity, and fanciful thoughts bring no value. Only action is the way out of the shadow of anonymity. Start with small but meaningful steps. Instead of complaining, learn a new skill. Cooking, photography, or programming. Instead of mindlessly scrolling social media, participate in a volunteer project. Helping others helps you. Feel like you're not standing out? Write a blog, share your personal story, and let your voice reach those who resonate with you. For example, an ordinary person can become memorable by spending weekends helping at an orphanage, learning a side skill like graphic design, or simply setting small goals and diligently completing them. Remember, insecurity won't make you different, but decisive and meaningful actions will. Don't wait. Start now. 8. Are you a victim or a failure because you choose to run away? Look at yourself. What are you doing in the face of adversity? Are you shrinking, running away, and blaming circumstances? The truth is, you're letting hardships dictate your fate. Don't justify it by saying, everything is too difficult. Life isn't easy for anyone, and if you don't have the courage to face it, you're just a weak person sabotaging your own future. Challenges are not a reason to give up. They are an opportunity to show who you really are. Lost your job? Learn a new skill. Find new opportunities. Failed in a project? Don't sit and whine. Analyze the reasons and try again. Avoidance will keep you stuck, drowning in feelings of helplessness. Every time you overcome a challenge, you not only become stronger, but also build confidence and self-respect. Things that the weak never have. Wake up. If you continue living like this, you'll be nothing but a complainer. Stand up, fight, and let adversity transform you into someone who cannot be defeated. 9. You call this communication? Wake up. Look at how you communicate. Are you saying something meaningful or just repeating lifeless questions like, how's your day? The reality is, if all you bring to a conversation is dullness and superficiality, don't expect others to remember you. You're not leaving any impression because you're not giving them a reason to remember you. This world is full of people who talk without saying anything worth hearing. Are you one of them? If you keep filling silences with meaningless words, you're just proving your mediocrity. Instead of wasting time like that, share something truly important, a lesson learned from failure, an experience that changed you, or an idea you're passionate about. For example, talking about how you overcame a major challenge will make others remember your strength and persistence. A short conversation can change how others perceive you if you know how to say something truly meaningful. If not, you're wasting the only opportunity to make an impression. So say something worth saying, or stay silent. 10. Are you living by your values or just talking empty words? Ask yourself, are you truly living according to what you say, or are you cheapening your promises every day? People don't respect you not because they're indifferent, but because you give them nothing to respect. Consistency is the measure of core value. What you say and what you do must align, or you're just an uncertain person no one wants to trust. Those who live consistently are admired because they have solid values. They don't say one thing and do another. If they promise, they keep their word. If they set goals, they take action. For example, someone committed to fitness won't make excuses about laziness when it rains or they're tired. They act no matter the difficulty, and it's their consistency that earns them respect. More than anything, consistency isn't just a commitment to others, but also a commitment to yourself. Every time you keep your promise, you strengthen your self-respect and confidence. On the contrary, when you break your word, you destroy trust in yourself. Live as someone you can be proud of, or forever be forgotten.